Hi everyone, this is a podcast to demonstrate how to use the mise-en-scene to analyse a frame in a film. This is not going to be a complete analysis of the shot that you see before you, but it's going to be fairly in-depth so you can see what's involved. Firstly, you'll notice that our eye is drawn straight to the salient feature in the shot, which is Georgie, the man, the worker, and the machine. The way that Georgie is positioned with his face away from us, his black clothing, his black hat, is part of the dehumanization of the workers. He's also becoming one with the machine, and you can see that by looking how his arms are stretched out, each holding the hands of the clock, and also his legs are forming that shape of the hands as well of the clock. So it looks like he is actually moving around just as the hands of the clock are moving around. The effect of all of this then is that the machine is a clock, firstly, and we have talked about the significance of the 10-hour clock, the 24-hour clock, and the 12-hour wristwatch in the film. It also shows us that the man becomes part of that clock. So this is prior to the machine man being created by Rotwang, but it is showing us that we already have machine men. These men are part of the machinery. They are cogs in the machinery. They are not separate to it. Over to the right of the frame, we see two workers walking towards us. Again, their heads are bowed, making them faceless. This is again showing us that they are part of this organic mass. They are not individuals. Pairing them the way they are is also showing that they are not individuals. They're also paralleling the two men to the left of the shot who are walking away from us. This again, the framing of both couples of men works to frame the clock itself, and also again shows us the dehumanization of the individuals. This brings us to the workers on the left. Again, they've got their faces away from us, so again they are faceless. They are walking in unison, so again part of that organic mass. But notice their overalls. They're not wearing a shirt. It's showing that they've got reduced clothing, which is suggestive of the heat in the underground area. Also, note the size of the large wrench and the tools that they're carrying. It's an indication that what they're working on is bigger than what we would ordinarily envisage. You could also question whether these could actually be used as weapons as well. The frame is backlit, so we have a series of lights on either side of the clock that are facing towards us, facing to the camera, and it's creating a distorted haze around the clock, which is provocative and suggestive of heat. This, combined with the two men in the overalls without the shirts on, is showing just how hot it is working on the machines. We have side lighting on each side of the frame, which is pointing towards the clock or the machine, which again is the salient feature, and it's making sure our gaze goes to that particular feature. You'll also notice that there is a haze in front of each light, which again creates that sensation that there is heat, that it is hot underground working. We've also got two ladders in this shot that are forming a rectangular framework around the clock machine. There's a couple of things that we can say about the ladders. Firstly, that rectangular framework. That rectangular framework is a common theme in the film. Lang uses rectangles, ellipses, semicircles, circles, and triangles to help add meaning to the way he perceives the people. In this instance, the rectangular form shows the uniformity of the workers, showing us that they are an organic mass, and it is a reminder that we do not have individuals amongst the workers. There's also the idea that the ladders are going up to the city, and that perhaps the workers actually have freedom to come and go as they please, yet no one is on the ladders. So you have to question, why is that? Why are they not taking advantage of that freedom? Is it only a perceived freedom? Or is it something else? You might be able to come up with a different interpretation of the meaning of those ladders. This is only a small look at how we can analyze each frame, but it gives you an idea that within each frame, within the mise-en-scene, we can look at how lighting, the color patterns, we haven't even spoken about the colors, the light and the dark, the shading, but that all of these things are used together to create meaning. In this case, we are seeing that the men and the machine are not separate. It is drudgery, it is hot, it is hard work to be doing these 10-hour shifts on the machines. We don't have individuals. Everything's worked together with more than one person. And of course, the bowing of the head, the facelessness, the dehumanization of the individual as a element of being part of that machine. Anyway, I hope this helps. This is just an analysis of one shot. It's not a full analysis. You can draw more from it by looking at the lighting, and if you were able to listen to it, watch the film and listen to the soundtrack, you would also get an idea of what the music is doing at the same time, and if there's any dialogue. Of course, this is a silent film, so there's no dialogue, but you get the picture. So this is how you would do it, not just for this film, but for any film that you are analysing. I hope you enjoy it.